Our logic is based on the past and it tells us to do one thing, is connected with source, with God, with spirit. And it doesn't always check all the boxes. But when you're in that flow and you're following that, like Renee, that need to decompress and renew, and like for Alicia to really send that energy and take that time to nurture Gaia right now. That's not even on my radar. And she's feeling that call. Follow that, honor that.
Hello and welcome. I'm Jeneth Blackard.
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
And this is a How Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today we're talking with Kourtney Levens, who is an angel communicator and a dang good one.
Yes,
we've had her on the show a few times. She's one of our favorites, and it's so excited to have her back.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I have a little morning brew with Woo that I'm going to talk with Kourtney about in just a little bit.
Okay.
But it's the question about a dream, or was this a true transmission?
Oh, see, I always consider dreams as my dreams are very prophetic. So, and some of my most prophetic messages came through dreams. So I would say ding, 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 both.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get her insight as well.
Sure. Just got a bit of space weather news. So for today's Mystic Space Weather News, we have a super full moon in Aries. And this runs from October 6th through the 7th. And of course, we're still in that energy right now of the super full moon. Now, this will be the first of 3 full moons, super full moons in a row. And that goes all the way through January. And we get this information from Divine Energy Works, who says this Aries super full moon ignites a soul level fire that has been waiting across lifetimes to be lived. The ancient ignition of the inner fire you've carried through lifetimes is now bursting into embodiment. We've been using that word a lot, right? And that is all about what our summit is going to be talking about as well. And then it says fire and rain, power and vulnerability, something ancient activating in the field and in you. The flame doesn't just arise, it moves through the body, through the voice, through the timeline. It awakens what no longer needs to be searched for you. And it feels the codes is moving. If it feels like the codes is moving, it's because they are. The moon doesn't just speak in words. This is a firestorm arising from within. Oh man, maybe that's why I'm waking up with
I know. I do feel fire inside.
Yes.
I thought it was the dragon.
Yeah, well, me, I'm like, I'm burning up. It could be menopause. It could be the fire within.
Kourtney back there clapping. I love that.
Go with the positive of it all. The portal is pulsing. The flame code is online. And that's what I've got for today's Mystic Space Weather News. And so we are also starting a new segment called, and I want to just feed this a little bit, but it's today's Woo in celebrity news. And there was a little bit of celebrity news. And I wanted to talk just a brief second about some of the stuff that Madonna had said during Jay Betty's Bridges interview with her. And it was the first interview she's given in several years, probably over a decade.
9 years.
9 years. And that whole interview, and I highly recommend go check it out. But the whole interview was talking about how herself as Madonna is a vessel for channeling. And I thought that's profound for bringing some of this work. And if you've listened to Michael Jackson, he also talks about channeling and bringing the music through. He says, I'm just the vessel.
Yeah. And it seems that Taylor Swift is that way too.
And I remember when writing music when I was much younger, I would just wait for the song to come. And the other morning I woke up with the song and it was all about like putting politics aside and you can't take politics with you. You can't take money with you. And I just woke up with this theme.
Wow.
And so I made Roy record it because I always make a promise that if I have a dream, I record it or I try to write it down. And then especially with songs, not that I was going to bring it through and make it all famous or anything, but it does have a way in which it reaches people. And they always say that if the song can land in different places, another gift will be given to you at the same time it'll be given to someone else. So it's really interesting. I definitely recommend going to check out some of the works from Madonna and Jay Shetty's interview. And then also in today's Woo in celebrity news, the Kardashians are back on.
Oh boy.
But the really funny thing is that
it's Christian.
She's all on this Woo kick. So it's funny to see her. And then they had this meme where she was like, I'm on a Woo kick. And she's like doing a downward dog and stuff. And then the very next picture, and I think this was on page 6, a little tabloid thing, and it was like the next one was like her yelling in a meme. So it was like maybe she's not doing fully that. And I thought, you know what? We don't have our days. Give her some rest. Give her some grace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No.
And at the same time, give yourself some grace too. So that's what I got in celebrity news. Yeah.
Yes. I'd love to have Kris Jenner on the show someday.
Yeah. Tell us about how that's going on. Give us some insider tips. Hi. For over 15 years, Kourtney Levens has dedicated herself to guiding individuals on their spiritual journey. And as a renowned spiritual advisor and angel communicator, she is the visionary and founder of Heaven on Earth Angel Reader Certification. And she has empowered countless individuals to embrace their innate intuitive abilities. Kourtney, hi.
Hey, Kourtney.
So good to be on with y'all. And I swear, y'all are cracking me up. I love it. Oh, is it a hot flash? No, it's the fire inside transmuting everything. I love it. I mean, what more could you want?
Right. We see the positive. We're seeing the positive here. Good times.
It's funny, the thing about Madonna and her saying the thing about being a channel. This is something, and y'all probably experienced it too. So many times my clients will say, especially if they're sculptors, they're like, oh no, I didn't do anything to this piece of wood to create this wolf out of it. I just set the wolf free. People say that. And it's very true, because when we are in that flow, and usually artistically expressing ourselves and what comes through, when we're in that flow, that is when we are closest to God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That allows us to really channel and just have everything come through us. It's when we start to think about it or overthink or question or put our logic or our ego into it, stops the flow. Michael Jackson, remember, he's the one who said, no, we have to get up in the middle of the night and do this song, because if not, God's going to give it to Prince.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I don't remember him saying that, but that's almost how I felt last night when I woke up at 2:30 from a dream. I better go write this down.
Oh, cool. And it's a little tough to want to wake up in the middle of the night and you're going,
I got to write this. And they said, it's fine, you'll remember. And I did.
I find that if I don't, so I have my hours of operation with my angels. If I don't pay enough attention during the day and get the message, Archangel Michael has me awake in the middle of the night, and he's, oh no, you will wake up. I will not let you go back to sleep, and you will go in your office and you will write this down and you dissect this. And yeah, I totally get it. I can't wait to hear this dream though.
My gosh, this is insane. And Lianka hasn't heard it in detail. I really don't love making things in my life significant, because it really is, as soon as I make it significant, it like solidifies, and it seems like then it's like something. However, when the Arcturians came through, that was solidified, that was something. And then I had a Palladian channeling after that. So things are like waking up super fast in me. And I'm asking for this, and I'm like, more. So last night, and I was asleep in this one, but I woke up in time to remember it all. And it was just like, what? So then all of a sudden I'm awoken, and this is Tobias. And I'm like, wait, that's not in my dictionary. Who's Tobias? I'm working on your 7 energy centers. Nope, we're working on the 20 energy centers. And I started to feel these surges go through me in each of my chakra areas. And I'm like, what's going on here? We are helping you attune your voice to be more heard. Okay. And this is a transmission that will help others do the same. And it was pretty much that. And no, this is Tobias. So do you know, in the angel world, the psychic world, is Tobias one of the people? Or
So Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing, worked with Tobit.
Okay.
And what's interesting is whenever I'm asking about Tobias, it's, instead of it coming through as like a being, through as this sounds so, I'm so glad y'all are blue. I'm like, stay with
Yes.
blue. It sounds like it's a transmission.
Yep, that was exactly what it was. It was different than a communication. It was a transmission.
If you think of an engine, we give it a name, engine.
Okay.
So think of Tobias as this transmission, but it is this frequency in it is changing, is elevating it, is giving it evolution as well as revolution, if you want to say it that way. But and the energy of it is like, think of those wheels that like roll on top of each other and interconnect, and it moves up.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see energetically. And I'm like, okay, but wait a minute, you have a voice and you humor me and take on a physical. And so there's this little bit out here that almost looks like a face, and it's like it goes back to work. But I do feel like this is most likely one of your guides, and very specifically, especially for you, Jenna, and you as well, Leonka, you get this kind of through osmosis as well. But in the world,
Yeah.
there is this theory, this energy, predictions, if you will, about having undeniable contact with ETs.
Okay.
Some of us have already had that. They've seen the ships. I remember the first time I saw a spaceship over my client, and I was like, how do I relay this? And she was like, oh, thank God. And I was like, so weird and crazy. So there's going to be this plan that we're going to have contact, and you either accept it or you'll be on a different timeline, so to speak. And with it coming through, it's going to help elevate people, and we are going to be attuned to different vibrations and different frequencies. And they're getting yours prepared, not just for that time, but in advancement of that, so people can start understanding that there is this vibration, there is this wavelength, there is this inner feeling, oh, I need to listen to this, or resonates with me, and I want to listen to what she has to say. Think of it as a frequency or a vibrational uprising, if you will, to have as many people as they can to be on this same wavelength, this same and going, oh yeah, I do remember something about this. How do I know this? Or why does this even resonate with me? Or why is this not strange? And it's this evolution.
So if I'm questioning whether it's a dream or not, should I stop doing that and just see how this shows up in my life?
Yes, and know that just by writing it down or telling somebody about it, you're giving it the energy it needs and even validating it. So whether it's just your brain defragmenting the knowledge of the day, like psychologists think and stuff like that, or this is prophetic or an actual astral traveling experience, does it really matter?
Hey.
I think that, yeah.
And know that you being here right now at this time, that's not an accident. You have a phone in front of you. So whether these beings have come down and specifically said, Jenna, yes, by God, we are doing this, and get ready for it. And sorry that you woke up in your dream and you're aware of us doing this, but now you know there's more to it than just you.
That's awesome.
That energy.
I've been wanting this all my life. And I just feel really grateful that it's now coming to fruition. And I'm glad I've got people to share it with too.
No, that's your ego saying, oh no, it's not a big deal. Or no, it's not really
interesting. Instead of the other way my ego could work.
Going, oh, look at me. Yeah, you're like, so either way, it's your ego. And I go, okay, so what if it's not? You're not proclaiming yourself to be the next Buddha, right? The right place, the right time. That's what I was called to.
Instead of going into your background, which is very cool, and I know we've got some new listeners on the line, can you just give us like a 2-minute bite size of it? And I can share a previous interview with this.
So in my other life kind of thing, I sold motorcycles. And I worked at my parents' motorcycle store. My mom was my best friend, and we all worked together. And she died. And it was very devastating for me. Right before she died, I started hearing voices and music at night and decided I was going crazy. So I told my parents and they said, turn off the radio. Fast forward past mom's death, I was devastated. She's my best friend,
How old were you? I'm curious.
27.
Oh,
yeah, that
you're
is young.
young. Yeah.
A baby, right?
Yeah.
We buried her on my 28th birthday. It was such a turning point in my life. I felt heartbroken and empty. And I thought, there are people who can talk to the other side. I really wanted to hear her and talk to her again. I thought, maybe I could do that. And I was on, I think they said 13 different medications I was on because I'd gone to the psychiatrist. I'm hearing voices, hearing music, nothing nefarious, nothing bad. Thought my neighbors were having a party and they didn't invite me, and I was so bummed out. 3 different doctors and dozens of prescription medicines. Dang near a zombie. I was like, I want to talk to mom. Let me just quit my job. I halfway around the world, take this class and learn how to talk to the angels. And my dad really had a hard time with it.
I'm sure.
You're gonna see things and whatever. The whole week during class, it was awful. I closed my eyes and saw black. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm not seeing anything. These people are talking about levitating and auras, and I just wanted to vomit. And had paid this exorbitant amount of money. So I was like, I might as well finish the class, flew back home, said, I better start doing some readings or I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage. And it happened. And I closed my eyes and I went, oh my gosh, does your husband have a mustache? And the woman said, well, why, yes, he does. And I went, okay, hold on. And I closed my eyes again.
Exciting.
Yeah. So cool.
And here we are now. So mom's death was the catalyst, wanting to be able to talk to her. I always loved psychics and angels and everything, but I was not the person who was seeing ghosts and dead people at age 3 and 4. I worked at it. I learned how to do it. I practiced it. And, I think that's why God and the angels had me quit my job, which I've never done. And everybody knows you don't quit your job before you have another one. I did. And that was like so unlike me, right? So I couldn't go back with my tail between my legs. It forced me to move forward on my path. And thank goodness, because it's helped a lot of people.
I have set this up just to pretty much have you help people and give them itty bitty mini readings. And then at the end of the call, we'll share how they can actually work with you one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I would just like to start opening the door for you guys to raise your hand if you have a question for Kourtney. I wanted you to type it in the chat. You can type it in the YouTube live stream if you wish, and we'll just get started. We already have a few queued up here.
They know you, Kourtney, on the show already. And honestly, my experience of Kourtney, she was one of the first that we interviewed as we started this new adventure together. I remember seeing Kourtney go in and she was so precise. I was like, wow. For those who are interested, I know that Kourtney does run and do a certification program. So if you want to learn more about how to talk with the angels the way she does, definitely speak to her about that as well. All right, queued up. Let's go ahead and take some callers.
Okay, Dana, you're up.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kourtney.
Hello.
So my question, I know this is just a synchrony from yesterday. I don't take it as coincidence, especially since you're on today. I was in the shower yesterday, and in my mind's eye, I saw the face of an angel in the colors of a statue, but she was alive. And I think it was Gabriel. When I was after my shower, I was on my bed and some light language came through. And in my mind's eye, I saw the green Terra, like full color, beautiful jewels and a beautiful emerald color. And when I was back in the restroom, this is all just within minutes of each other, I heard you are sanctified. And so I was just wondering if you can expand on that for me.
Sure. How old are you and where are you geographically? That helps me to pinpoint your energy.
I'm 50 and I'm in Colorado.
50. What a wonderful age. Lots of changes on the horizon for you. And I got to tell you, Dana, there's also some energy around, if you want to say love, romance. I know that's bubbling up too. And I know that anything on that right now for you is probably going to take back seat to what you've got going on spiritually and everything. when I go into this, you've got some angels and some guides. I know that I'll use those terms interchangeably, okay? But you've got some communicating that's going on with you. We know Gabriel is over artists, teachers, journalists, lecturers, a lot of communication. But this also has to do with your writing, your journaling. Know that you're going to be given some. We've got our crown chakra that goes up from our head and it goes up in a V like this. Know that not only is it opening you up, my gosh, it's like you and Jenna have some really similar things going on right now, but they're opening up, if you want to call it a vortex, an energy center very close to where you are. And it looks like you are reading a lot of this energy that's coming through and even setting up the earth, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It makes sense. Yes.
Know that it's interesting that you got to meet with the angel and were even able to recognize it as Gabriel. You've also got Archangel Ariel, and Ariel is when you might see like a lion's head or that image.
I connect her with nature.
Okay, very much nature. And I see you placing some stones around this sacred space, is the way they're showing it to me. So very definitely not just some up leveling for you in your vibration, but repairing the earth. You've also got a lot of connection with ETs. Are you aware of that?
I am. I see a lot of ships for a couple of years now.
Okay, because it is, I was like, move them out of the way to go in and go, okay, angels come through, and understand that, yes, I communicate with the angels, but I also communicate with the ETs.
My oversoul is actually a seraphic Arcturian.
In all of your lifetimes and overseeing all of that at the same time. So know that you're picking up on a lot of stuff and preparatory stuff as well. Not just for you, but very definitely for the land and for the earth. So
Yes.
really, really cool.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome so much. When are you going to make time for romance?
Oh gosh, that's not going to be for so long because I'm leaving a 22-year relationship and that is so back burner for me.
Okay. Know that the number 6 and the number 7. So my kids are doing this whole 6-7 thing. 6 and 7 are coming through. Think of those as timelines: 6, 7 days, weeks, months, years. As the energy sits, it really feels like months. It could even be June, July next year. But Dana, while you're putting romance on hold, know that you've got this line of people waiting to date you. So whenever you start letting that in, that's very definitely there for you. But most likely in 6 or 7 months or June, July of next year, you're going to start feeling this nudge. And you're going to have all this pressure of, are you going to date? Are you going to date? Who are you bringing in to help with this?
That's
It
funny.
might
I
be a part
recently
of
had a
it.
simulation about that and my higher self was asking me about it and I was like, nope, not for a while. But thank you so very much.
You're welcome, honey.
It's funny how we make conclusions about our life and then the angels are trying to push us in another way.
I'm just gonna
I'm
say
not ready for that. And then it's okay, you'll be ready for it when you're ready.
It always happens when you're like, nope, and then it's
Oh,
nope
yeah.
right in your face.
Yeah.
No, we plan and God laughs.
Yep.
That's what you're going to be doing.
Oh, but that's one of the beautiful things about it all, right?
Just a bit reminder, we do take our Mystique members first. So if your hand is raised and we're not taking you first, that it's why. But next, I do want to take Lisa because she also wrote in on the chat.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for picking me. I love Kourtney, and she did a reading on me years and years ago on Darius's show. It was so awesome, telling me I was going to work with elephants. But I've been doing a lot of just trying to be in gratitude lately because marriage issues. And it's one step forward and 2 steps back, it seems. But I just walked outside to give the turkeys some snacks because I have lots of wildlife. And I found a dime on the ground underneath a chair. It was not there last night because I look at that chair all the time. And so I was super excited about it. And I was like, Grandma, is that you? My name is Lisa. I'm 55 and I live in Northern California. Gosh, I'm so nervous. It's like meeting a celebrity. It's like being around a celebrity or something. So excited.
I adore you. Thank you for saying that. But yeah, no. 55, super energy. And I got to tell you, Lisa, with the change and everything going on, this is about you being able to step forward on your path. You are such a natural healer. And know that, I know you said you have a lot of animals around. You're a natural animal communicator. So, of course, that's going to happen. But with your fairy energy, oh my gosh, it's not just animals, it's kids. They will gravitate to you. You don't adopt these animals, they adopt you. So, really cool. And staying in that gratitude, I got to tell you all about this. So that gratitude vibration is one of the keys to manifestation. And what's interesting, you manifesting that dime, whether you realize it or not. So one of the things I taught my instructor level students, we were talking about manifesting money. And I said, instead of having that penny represent 1 cent in America, have it represent a different denomination. Have it be $100. And that dime, make it worth $10,000 instead of 10 cents. And they got really excited about finding these coins. And then they started noticing, found the penny, I got $100 raise or a check in the mail, that kind of stuff. So know that this may very well be for you, Lisa, that foreshadowing, okay, of stuff coming in. The gratitude, and I'm sorry you're having to go through the difficulties associated with relationships, growing, bending, staying together, and separating, because I know how hard that can be. But really, what I'm going into, this is about you starting some stuff that you've been putting off and wanting to do on your own. And know that I'm hearing like a flute, a pan flute, I believe is what they call it, but like a wood instrument. I'm hearing that. And with this is about you understanding you have the resources. Oh, that's part of that dime. You have the resources and support you need for whatever it is that you're wanting to move forward and do. Does that make sense to you? What is it you've been looking to doing?
Being an animal communicator and just helping people and creating my own healing protocol to help clear spaces or people, and not go on telesummits and sell it, but just help people and help heal the planet, Mother Earth. I have literally sitting on my counter right now is my list of, okay, what am I going to do? What goes here? What's next? What do I need to add to it? My dog is helping me from the other side. And she just passed away recently, but I feel her here and she's helping me. I feel like we've done this in another lifetime already. We've put it together and I'm just remembering it. And so I'm trying to, I feel like I'm almost done. There's one thing I'm missing and I don't know what it is.
Know that they're going to be showing you the blue, color blue. I almost want to say cobalt blue, but I know that I see colors a little bit differently than most people. But it wouldn't surprise me if you come across a blue stone or crystal and you go, oh, you know what? I need that right here. Or all of a sudden you start going, gosh, I'm really drawn to this color blue and I want it for a glass bowl, or I want it for this, or I want it for this. Know that color is going to be in here and helping you. A lot of it, they're saying it's helping you with your manifestation and Archangel Michael. So know that he's coming through to with the completion of this, everything that's coming through for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Notice the things, especially like being out at the store and you go, oh, I'm buying this. I don't even know that I need this, but I want this and I'm including this.
Okay.
And yeah, give yourself permission to do that.
I will. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that
Wow,
was
that was
so
cool.
so cool. See what I mean, y'all?
It seems like very random, but then I have heard people come back on these shows and they are like, it was exactly that way, Kourtney. Yeah, I mean, you could just be like pulling this out from nowhere, but you know that it's not because I've had validation of it.
Or
it's crazy.
Or the
Awesomely
person that's
crazy.
sitting there right now, she's, oh yeah, blue is everywhere for me. How would you know
It's
that,
a little
right?
bit different blue, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, exactly.
It reminds me of a reading I did here recently. This little girl. Okay, she's almost 30, but still the little girl. Didn't know who she was. Don't know any of my people and any of my clients. So we get on and we start talking. And I said, I have to tell you that Mother Mary is here for you. And she is like pulling back this curtain for you to go on stage and is talking about this is where you belong. And I said, and I keep hearing music. I've been dismissing it, but it's still there. And this is, you're supposed to be in the spotlight. You're supposed to be singing and doing music and writing songs. This makes sense. And she went, oh my gosh, more than I used to sing. I thought maybe I'm just supposed to do influencer stuff. I kind of find out she's got like 150,000 followers. And I was like, they're really talking about you singing and like you are going to be visible. And she was like, really? So I need to put energy back into that? And I said, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then they called her and asked her to sing for the Savannah Bananas baseball team, to sing the national anthem, and then to sing in Angel Stadium. And she was like, I had a feeling I was going to sing there. And now this weekend, she's going to be singing. If you see her, her name is Wymat. She's going to be singing at NASCAR, the national anthem, in front of 80,000 people. And to think that months ago, she was not doing any of it. She was like,
Oh my goodness.
That's so exciting.
And don't you think that she had to come to you to have that session to really open up the vision for that? Like it validified it for her.
yeah, because you're sitting here going, I have this desire in my heart. I want to sing and be on stage, and it's not going anywhere.
I've been there.
It was already in the field and you perceived it for her so that she could conceive it. I love it. It's so interesting how this works.
And to be able to say, okay, this is your mission, should you choose to accept it, right?
Yes.
And if you do, know that I'm seeing everything just going up and up. I went in there and I was like, ooh, I don't think you want to see some of the people you're dating if you don't do things. Yeah. And she was, and come on, when you've got that in your heart, you're like, nobody becomes famous singing. And I just got a text message from one of my clients here a few months ago. She was opening up for Coldplay.
Oh, nice.
At Wembley Stadium. Oh my gosh. So it does happen and it does come to fruition. And yeah, it's so beautiful to see those things and to see it all play out.
Yeah, that's really cool. And to have that validity. And I remember when I was a lead singer for a band, and you always play that like dichotomy. Do I go to college and do I do what my grandparents are telling me to do and put this on the back burner? And I did. And I regretted that for a long time. And because it's in your heart. So but having that validity, if there was something that would have helped me see more than what I was seeing, so that I could be like, no, doing this with all my, instead of like just believing everybody, oh, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, that kind of thing. And I always played the practical person. Now I'm not so much, but and I'm loving it. But it took a long time for me to just venture out and say, yes, I am choosing differently.
I'd be selling motorcycles.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that helps some people. They find freedom and joy and everything. But I truly feel like definitely this is what I was supposed to be doing to help more people.
Yeah. Help them achieve their vision.
Let's take a couple more colors for sure.
Fallon, you're up.
Hi, Fallon.
Fallon is one of our speakers that's been on a previous summit.
Hello, my favorite people.
Hello, beautiful. How are you? So good to see you again.
So good to see you too. If you want me to ask a specific question, I can, but I feel like there's so many things going on and definitely lots of messages, but also like, why am I suffering at this level if I'm so divinely supported and still getting signs all the time?
Yeah. How old are you now, baby?
40.
And geographically, I keep wanting to go over here. Where are you?
I know currently I'm in New Jersey.
Okay. okay, man, you're having to work through so much stuff right now. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me though, because they say you come through in a lifetime, you say, okay, I want to work on this and this so I can grow this much. Just pile it on and I'll grow like up to here. And honey, that's what you're doing. And you want to talk about taking one for the team? You truly are, because some of the stuff, it's like right over here on this side as they show it energetically, you are clearing it for several lifetimes and several generations. So you've got ancestors coming in that you are clearing the path for them. And I got to tell you, there are a lot of beliefs around, especially around spirituality, that you are clearing for yes, for yourself, but it on a conscious level, but you are clearing it for so many generations. And the way they show it is like a grid, and it's okay having to push all this out and push all this out and detangle it and stuff. When are we going to see light at the end of the tunnel for her? Let's see. We are in, October 25. Let's go into this. I love this. So you finally, it looks like between October and December, you go, okay, look, not stop the world. I need to get off. I'm out of here. But it's okay. Let's put a pause on this. I'm going to focus all of my attention on A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. I'll still do all of this clearing work and everything, but let's do it when I'm asleep. And the other thing that's kind of, we're going to put this divider. So the stuff that's supposed to happen in the 3D consciously to let me know that it's happened, I don't need to see every little thing. And so having this agreement, you're able to say, okay, yeah, we've cleared that. We've done that. I don't need to have a car accident to show that's been cleared. I don't need to have, my neighbors getting mad at me and me handle it beautifully to know that I've overcome that. So I do feel like for the next couple of months, you're saying, okay, we don't need all this. But what's interesting is when you do so much clearing in these next couple of months. So remind them, you don't need to have the validation in the 3D. And the first and second months, you go, okay, I'm tired of this. We are getting out of this. And it looks like by February, you literally have created these stairs where you step over a bunch of stuff and get to a higher level, almost like in a conscious way, Fallon, like where you go through, you go, okay, there is nothing else for me to learn. I've cleared up other lifetimes. I've cleared stuff for ancestors. And by February, you're not necessarily these boots are made for walking, but like that. And it's not, I'm going to walk all over you, but I'm walking over you and moving forward on my path. And know that March, it looks like somebody from the past, love interest. I feel like he keeps popping up, but I feel like March, he really tries to come through and tries to reunite with you. Consider that almost like your final test with him specifically, but it's you having to get really clear of, am I willing to settle? And that's going to be a big one for you at the beginning of next year, especially like the first quarter, springtime.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely not settling.
Good.
Yeah.
A perfect time in your life to be building your foundation too. Just want to let you know they're throwing that out.
Thank you.
I'm like, so Kourtney, if she doesn't settle, any other prospects? Anything fun we can share? I'm just teasing.
Yeah, because really I see you taking some big steps in the next 12 to 18 months about getting really focused on where you want to put your energy, effort, and attention. And so a lot of things are going to be falling away that are going to give you a lot of clarity. And it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, I've been working at this for so hard and so long. And damn it, I'm just going to go back and sell motorcycles. But you're right there on the cusp. And know that I also see, especially by 8, so by August, you have everything weeded out. And you're like, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. This is my path. This is my focus. And it's very clear, very outlined. And there will still be some others who try to come in. One of them who comes in is going to try to play almost like the role of teacher to student. You're beyond that, honey. And so
I'm feeling that already.
recognize it very quickly and be able to go, I'm looking for partner, equal, soulmate. And it looks like you've got 3 or 4 next year from January, December 26th that you go, yes, no, and say yes or no to, because you want a partner who's going to support everything you want to do, not try to get you off the path.
Thank you.
That
Fabulous.
sounds super
Wow.
inspiring.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
A guy in a blazer, he's the one who looks to be wanting to be the teacher-student relationship. There's one in a suit, and this is symbolic, okay? But he comes through in a suit. He is ready to be the gentleman. He is ready to court you. He is ready to wine you and dine you. The cool thing is, I'm not picking up on that. I mean, y'all, you know what it's like to date, and you've got the guys who are confident. You're like, okay, cool. But then there's the arrogance of, look at how great I was in high school. And okay, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Alan, he is not the arrogant. He is confident. He has a plan for himself. He has goals, drive, ambition, and it really meshes in well with yours. And you will recognize the difference immediately between the guy that they show in the blazer who still wants to feel a little bit superior to you.
I can almost see that happening for her too.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that.
That's beautiful. All right, Renee, you're up.
Hi. I have a lot going on as well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have a lot going on as well. So general would be okay, but specific to whether or not I should move closer to family would be the only specific that's critical at this time for me to decide.
Renee, there's so much coming through about your health, even mental health. Does that make sense to you?
Yes,
Okay. And tell me, where are you geographically and how old are you, honey?
I'm 53 and I live in Wisconsin.
Okay. When I go into you going closer to family, I do feel like it's further south. Is that accurate? You need a time of renewal. You need a time of decompression, a time for you to consciously and clearly let go of what's no longer serving you. And the energy you're in right now is not conducive to that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. When I go east for you to go to Michigan, you're out of this blanket of oppression, but there is still this energy of, I don't want to say I told you so, but it is not conducive to supporting you. So if you need to go on a sabbatical or go on a retreat, you need some rest, you need some renewal, you need some time to really clear your mind. And what Leonka and Jennifer were talking about just a second ago, do I do what mom and dad and grandparents in society tell me I need to do? Or am I going to do what I'm feeling in my heart, mind, body, soul to do? Not necessarily the logic, but you need a time of renewal. And you were just about completely depleted, honey. Does that make sense?
I am. And then financially, the reason I would move back home would be just finances. There's a temporary place for me to stay. And so there's a financial factor that's driving a lot of this.
The other thing your angels are saying is, if/when you move, this isn't because you gave up. This isn't you quitting. And so they're really like stressing, it's important for you to understand this isn't that you quit or gave up. This is that you said, I've done everything I can possibly do. And for my own mental, physical, spiritual, intellectual well-being, financial well-being, relational well-being, I need to get out of this energy and get to where I feel safe and that there's at least 2 weeks of you just connecting, getting grounded, getting in nature, meditating, getting back to who is Renee, what is it Renee wants to do, and not have somebody going, you've been here a week, you need to get a job, why aren't you looking for a job? So know that energy is not going to be very supporting to you, and it's going to put you right back in having to fight, if that makes sense. And
100%.
okay, so we need some time for renewal, decompression, renewal in a healthy, loving environment. And sometimes that's not our family. Can I say that?
Yes.
Frankly, sometimes it's not our family, as well-meaning as they are.
Yeah. And I feel like even though they live far away, their energy, who they think I am, I've just taken that on, if that makes sense.
Yes. And thank goodness you're spiritual and you can feel into that energy, because it may very well be the family in the South or south of you, whether it's a retreat you go to or a friend or family member. Lean into that energy and ask yourself, does this feel conducive for healing and renewal? And really feel into that and lean into that.
Thank you.
Hi, Paula is one of our Mystique members, and so we will take Paula.
Hi, Kourtney. Okay,
Hello, Molly. How are you, honey?
I'm good. I always love to see your radiating face. It just, no matter what mood, I feel like it just lifts the energy. I just feel like I had to say that. So thank you for your smile.
So true, so true.
I have been going back and forth about whether I should get a job right now, or if I'm still in this time of, if my time of like self-discovery, healing, all of this stuff is complete or not complete. And I've also had some kind of like really intense stomach issues coming up lately. And I don't know if that's tied to this like internal debate I'm having with myself, or if it's something totally different. So just looking for some guidance on that.
They are just screaming that you are a natural teacher. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it scares the hell out of me.
I'm not laughing. I love how transparent you are and how frank you are, because this is really about the stuff that you're learning, being able to incorporate it and putting it into a language and a dialogue, not just with others, but even younger people, children, let's say, to help them understand what you've been learning. And they're telling me that this is something that you've felt and maybe even gotten that message before. Is that true?
Part of my issue is I struggle with what I'm supposed to teach. I don't stand about one that feels like it's pulling me in a direction. And I don't know if that's true or if that's just my fear saying, you can't do this.
Oh yeah, that's totally just fear and your ego telling you can't do that. Tell me, it kind of blipped. So tell me, what were you saying that you would consider teaching?
I've studied lots of different things and I haven't found one that kind of keeps pulling my heart because I go in and out. But the one that tends to keep my energy probably the most is astrology.
What you would be teaching if somebody said, you've got to get a job and you need to do that. I feel like you are teaching students about energy and about their thoughts being energy and thinking in positive terms to get positive results, and how important that is, and slowing down the mind and even turning inward. So I don't want to say just meditation, but it's more of the energy and the process of that. And it's so interesting because it's like, where is she doing this? Is this like in a school? And it could very easily be in a school. Now, you may be hired to teach fifth grade math, but I feel like you're putting this in the curriculum and they are eating it up and loving every minute of it. when I go into astrology for you, whew, I gotta tell you, blows my mind the stuff that you are connecting. You really do have a natural feel for it. And they're showing even stuff like if you went into quantum healing, quantum touch, stuff like that, you would do that really well. And what's interesting is for older people, older students, you do teach them astrology. But yeah, teaching is really, you're going to feel this nag, and you're going to think there's a conspiracy out there to get you to start teaching. And you're probably right. Your angels have ways of forcing you into that. How does that resonate with you?
Yeah, my stomach is like in a knot.
I love you. That is so sweet. Know that you don't have to do anything right now, but if you want to put it out there and even ask, show me where I need to change. And that's been a scary one for me. I've been getting better at it because at first I was like, oh, show me where I need to change. And then shabam, I was like, oh, we don't ever do that again. Yeah. Show me where I need to change. It's going to help all of this so that you can release it. This is fear. And fear is designed to keep you small and hidden. Do you feel like you were put here on this earth to be small and hidden?
No.
No. So tell fear where to go. My daughter, when she was 5, she would say, zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. I'm moving on. So that's one that I still use today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Love you.
One more inner circle member here. Alicia, you're up. Bing.
Lisa, you're on if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Or Alyssa? Alyssa.
Is it Alyssa? Okay, let's go ahead and share the package while we're hanging up the next one.
And if not, then we'll take one more for sure.
This is how you get to work with Kourtney. Kourtney, do you want to go ahead and talk about your experience with what it's like to work with you for a private session?
Sure. So we'll meet either on phone or by Zoom, like you're seeing here. We'll start off with a prayer. I get your first name, your age, and geographic location. That just helps me to really pinpoint where the energy is so I can anchor into that. One of my readers, she's going through the certification right now. She had a friend's nephew and said, hey, will you do a reading on him? And I said, sure. He was convinced that I had Googled him ahead of time. And I said, I don't even know your last name. I don't even know your real name, to be totally frank with you. I promise you, I am not Googling you. I just need the first name, age, geographic location so I can tune in and go ahead and get a list of questions ready. Prioritize them. What's the most important thing to you? Can you ask about friends or family members? Sure. I just need their first name, approximate age, and location so I can tune into them. But in this 30-minute reading, I'm going to start off by telling you what your angels and guides are telling me and showing me. If there's any messages, that's usually their symbol for there's an anniversary or a birthday coming up, and they won't let me anything else. And he went, oh my gosh, it's my brother in heaven. It's the anniversary of his death. It's tomorrow's the anniversary of my dad's death. And my birthday is this month, and my mom's birthday was yesterday. So we can go through all of that, the messages they have, plus answer all of your questions. And I want you to know there is nothing that is too out there or too crazy. Nothing is off limits. I will tell you, in my 2 decades of doing this, I've never had the angels say, this person is dying tomorrow. So people say, I just don't want to know if I'm going to die tomorrow or anything bad. No, they've never told me anything like that. And a lot of times it validates and confirms what you're thinking. So we get through a lot in 30 minutes, but I will tell you that it goes by very quickly. And there are times that people go, what? The time's already over. So it's a lot of fun. And you can record it. I will give you the Zoom permission to record it on your end. So if you come from a laptop or a computer, wonderful. And yeah, those 30-minute sessions usually go for $1,250. If you do it through Jennifer and Leonka, it will be reduced down to $197.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we do offer a 2-pay, so you can reserve right now today. You can reserve your time because these will sell out because we don't want to take up too much of our time. But it is an amazing offer. So if you feel called, you can go ahead and do either the 2-pay or pay in full for $197 at that really awesome deal.
And if you haven't noticed, oftentimes when you get a session with Kourtney, your life may totally, entirely change, as you've heard on this show.
That's right. You could be singing at the Angel Stadium.
Absolutely.
One more caller, if you don't mind.
Alicia, you're up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, aloha.
Hello.
I had a computer glitch. I have some gifts, but technology is not one of them. So thank you for waiting for me. And I'm going to leave it open to what's coming through. Thank you. I mean, I have a lot of things swimming around, but I'm 71 and I'm in Hawaii.
71, and I mean, great, I've never seen you, but this way you don't look 71.
Thank you. I don't feel it.
Interesting, because they're telling me that, like, maybe even recently you have felt like you were going in this direction, maybe it went over to this direction, and kind of felt like there was a little bit of an upheaval. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. And it's mostly like with the gifts. It's like I'm helping souls transition. I'm channeling. I'm giving readings. It seems like a lot. I know I'm wound up. I'm excited to be on here with you. I'm usually reading for other people and don't get it for myself. So to have maybe a little, like we've lost water for a couple days, that's an upheaval. You know, makes you appreciate like running water and having a toilet and things like that.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah.
What's interesting is, even as crazy as it's all been, you come out just smiling, singing, happy. You're keeping your vibration high. One of the things your angels are encouraging you to do is, you know how we start doing readings and we can get amped up and feel like, dude, I could do readings all day. It's about you protecting your energy and not letting it, because it can deplete you as well. For those of you who do healings, you understand this. Working on one person can take you down for 3 days, especially if you accidentally use your own energy. So this is about putting those boundaries into place. Know that you are at the location you're at for a very specific reason. The people you are working with and helping, they are being called to help work with the earth as you are. There is some protection that needs to be in the earth, and especially the geographic location where you are, it needs strengthening. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely. That's very good.
I will tell you, it does not resonate with me. Granted, I'm here in Houston, in Texas, so it's a different geographic area and what's needed. But very definitely, there is some tender, loving care where you are. Not only are you giving it and feeding Gaia in that way, but you also have clients who are being called to do this. So know that care is very definitely needed right now. And so that's why it's so important for you to take care of yourself so that you can give, and know that we as healers have a tendency to overgive, and know that, yes, you are giving enough in everything you do. And also be aware to cut the cords behind you.
Be aware of what would that behind me?
Cutting the cords behind you.
The cords, CORDS. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Thank you.
You've got, and especially if you notice getting a headache right here at the back of your head, you've got some energy that's trying, almost like trying to hide, if you will, but stay in there. And so it's interesting when we cut cords, we just do it in front, and Michael cut all the cords, right? But you've got some people or energies trying to connect in with you and stay attached to you in that sense, or stay connected with you. And not that they're bad, they may not even realize what they're doing, but it's, yeah, you've got a pretty strong one behind you.
Thank you so much for that. I've been having a strong sensation, almost like a pain in the back of my neck. But usually, like when the souls come and they need to pass on, it's like I feel like they're taking me out like a quaalude, like they're making me go to sleep. And I'm wondering, is that it too. I mean, I can fence, or I have an awareness that they're around, and I have my boundaries up and say, wait to when I can do it. I have setting a time for that. That's one of the things. But thank you so much for that reminder, Kourtney, because I do get a lot of attachments in the back. It seems like I'm a lot of times clearing
Yeah.
like that.
And you can even ask your guides to help pull the energy to your heart and let that be the energy that's used to connect and guide them over. Because that heart energy, it's strong enough and it's big enough, and it won't, if you get good rest from it, great. But if it's just depleting you too much, pull it from the heart energy, because some of it's coming from your throat and some of it's coming from your third eye and crown. So if we can pull it down a little bit and just use that energy point, that'll be good.
Dana said on the chat that the energy behind your head is the channel's zeal point. Never heard that before, but I think it's cool.
And she did also say that the Gaia's root chakra is in Hawaii. I thought that was really cool too. Lots of beautiful, amazing comments. Thank you, Kourtney. Love your beautiful and wise spirit guidance. Thank you so much, Kourtney, for all your guidance and encouragement. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And then this one says, your authentic presence is so beautiful. There's so many more here. But Kourtney, time just went by so fast. Do you have any parting words for us today?
A lot of the theme that I've been picking up today with y'all is our logic is based on the past, and it tells us to do one thing, is connected with source, with God, with spirit. And it doesn't always check all the boxes. But when you're in that flow and you're following that, like Renee, that need to decompress and renew, and like for Alicia to really send that energy and take that time to nurture Gaia right now. I mean, that's not even on my radar. And she's feeling that call. Follow that, honor that. I had a client who was talking to her angels, and they said, do not let this woman rent your little cabin. And she was like, oh, but she's down on her luck. It'll be okay, we'll do it. And it was a nightmare. Ended up having to get legal to get her evicted, horrible stuff. And then a few months later, her son, down on his luck, Mom, let me live at the cabin. And she went into it and she was like, Kourtney, here's what I'm getting from my angels. What are you picking up on? And I was like, tell me what you're getting. And she said that it doesn't end well. And I said, I concur. And she finally had the strength to say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to listen to my angels this time. She grossed $150K just by selling it, and was able to help her son in a different way. So really cool. Whenever we listen to our angels and listen to that feeling that says, oh, but logic says this. Oh, but our intuition says otherwise. Go with that.
Yes, thank you for that. I love that recap of the theme. Sometimes our themes come up for us so that we can collectively. So if you think this call wasn't for you because you didn't get your question answered, I promise it really was for the whole collective. Sometimes you can listen to the replay and really receive from that as well.
Yeah.
Again, learning more about how to communicate with your angels, definitely go to my website, KourtneyLevens.com, and I've got some classes in there to teach you how to do it too.
Thank you. And the link to sign up for a session with Kourtney is houtehustle.com/Kourtney with a K. Hout, HAUTE, hustle.com/Kourtney with a K. If you're looking for the link, it'll also be in the newsletter and in the YouTube descriptions. We will take this down when she no longer wants to offer it through us.
That's right. We have to honor her time. But if you are feeling called, just please go ahead and get signed up. Thank you, Kourtney, for your time today. We love you so much.
Stick around, you guys. We've got a few announcements, and especially about the summit.
So we've got a summit coming up. It starts next week already. We'll have 3 speakers a day. Kourtney is here too. She was one of our kickoff. Next Thursday, we have Rita, who will also be doing some psychic readings as well. Then we go straight into the full-on summit with 3
a day, and then we will have 2 after as well this time, just to settle you back into your regular rhythm.
That's right. It's going to be fun. We all get started here at 9 a.m. Pacific. So that's 11 a.m. Central. Be sure to join us live if you can. But if you can't, that's okay. You can write in your questions to us via the chat, and you can write those in at team@houthustle.com and listen on the replay. So the replays will be up. We've got a whole live page, and you can get signed up for the summit and grab tons of free gifts. Lots of speakers are giving free gifts. They are also doing their traditional special offers. You can get signed up and get a free bonus right away at houthustle.com/summit.
Correct. houthustle.com/summit. It's officially the week through the 13th through 17th, which we will have a full immersion, and then we'll settle you back down with a few pretty awesome calls after. We've got some surprise guests. Adam Apollo has joined us in this one.
And he's going to do it live,
And
right?
This is the first time
he's doing live.
I've twisted his arm
That's
too.
right. That's right.
If you haven't heard of his work, I've had a few interviews up on YouTube, and one of them has over 3,000 watches. It's just absolutely incredible. We also have a live event happening here in Austin, Texas, November 7th, 8th, and 9th. The ticket discounts will be up through the summit, and then they will go up right after.
It's a lower price. Then definitely sign up during the summit, because after that, the price does go up, because we do have to make sure that we have all of the accommodations for everybody. It'll be here in Austin. It's really beautifully laid out. Jenith took a lot of time to write this up. I definitely, even if you are feeling somewhat called, definitely go check out the page.
I have some videos on there from my previous events where I'm doing body work on people. So you get the frequency of what it feels like through just the video.
Sure. And also, it's like a bonus to go check out that page, because even if you can't join us this time, hopefully it's setting the seed for next time. And you get a little bit of clearing if you join the page, because you get to see some of the body work that Jenith does and some of the different experiences that people have. And I promise you that it happens through osmosis.
If you're looking for that page, it's houthustle.com/event.
And it's going to be really intimate. So I highly recommend, if you're feeling called to choose that, please do so.
We also have Mystique Society, our inner circle, happening tomorrow. We have opened it up. If you would like to try it, just email us at team@houthustle.com, and we'll make sure we put that in the newsletter again tomorrow morning.
So if you'd like to join us and you want to try it, and there's no charge, like it's a trial.
Now you just get to try it once. Come join
It's a
Mastermind.
great group,
Oh, it's
y'all.
so fun.
First off, I always say no judgment. You always call them the Navy SEALs of consciousness. We may not have all the answers, but we definitely aren't afraid to go there. And there's no bad questions. I mean, there's nothing but love here. And so we're all on our journey together. And then we just take it a little bit further with our inner circle and Mystique. And I swear, like, the love that they have for each other, the way they help each other out is so cool. And we get to come on and really facilitate that too. So it's been such a joy and a gift. And I think that they would say the same thing. So it's been really fun. And you can come and join us and see what that's like tomorrow if you just email us at team@houthustle.com.
And if you have any questions and you ever just need us, you can reply to the newsletter.
That's
right. And with that said,
we are How Hustle, and we're reminding you to take a little time to enjoy the woo.
Bye-bye, everyone. Hope to see you on Thursday.